Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Before you watch Grinda telling you everything you need to know about a Diver 300M, a watch she'll never own or probably never even touch. Let a true Seamaster expert tell you the truth about the new Omega Diver 300Ms. Probably the worst Omega launch of 2024. Let's get into this very quick video on why you should take a hard pass on these very unoriginal new rehash of an old watch. So Omega just launched a new Diver 300M and it's pretty much the same as all the rest. It has some slight differences, but I can assure you they are minuscule and unworthy of a press release, if you ask me. Years I've been waiting for this watch to come out, and this is the best that they can come up with. It's bloody shocking, really. There's only one good thing about the watch, and I will tell you that in a minute. Let's get into some of the details. So the watch is 20mm lug to lug, same as all the rest. It says it is slightly shorter than the standard Seamaster by 0.2 millimeters. The thickness of the watch, even though it's a non-date, is thicker than the standard Seamaster Diver 300M. The standard Diver 300M has a date function and is 13.6 millimeters thick. The new Seamaster Diver 300M is 13.8 millimeters thick without a date function. So it's utter madness to bring out a watch that doesn't have a date function and yet is thicker than the same watch with the date function. It's absolute bonkers. It has the same depth rating as the standard Seamaster, and it has the same movement in the 60th anniversary edition Bond, which was launched about 3 years ago. So nothing innovative there. It has the 8806 movement self-winding. What's really disappointing about this new Diver 300M, this tool watch that you'd wear Monday to Friday and put down on a Friday and pick up on it again on a Monday, this thing will be dead because it only has a 55-hour power reserve. So you'd have to make sure it was fully wound before you put it down to pick it back up again at some point on a Monday and pray that the bloody thing is still ticking on time. So far, I can only see one benefit to this watch. It has the sapphire crystal with the anti-reflective treatment on the inside, not on both sides. What can happen with the standard Seamaster with the anti-reflective treatment on the outside, it is a scratch monster on the glass. You can scratch that reflective coating and then you're permanently looking at marks on your dial, whereas with the new one it doesn't have that. So that's the one thing they got right. Can you imagine rushing out to buy the latest watch and paying £500 more for the same old thing? It's madness, isn't it, guys? It is madness that Omega has launched this new watch, this new innovative watch, or whatever they want to say about this watch. Let's get into a couple of major issues I have with this watch. I owned the 60th anniversary, and that is quite a thick watch. And as my wrists got thinner through weight loss and exercise, I found the watch just uncomfortable on the wrist. I found the Milanese bracelet extremely uncomfortable. In the end, I used to wear that watch on an Atom sailcloth strap. And even then, I found the watch too heavy for my 6.5-inch wrist. So I moved the watch on. But what I didn't do was I didn't move my Peter Blake on. Now, the Peter Blake has the best hands ever made on a Seamaster. These are sword hands with fantastic loom. My 60th anniversary, I can tell you this now, I struggled to tell the time with those hands, with those skeleton hands. And this was the opportunity for Omega to put it right, bring out a new, simple, non-date with legible hands. And they didn't do it, guys. They kept those same skeleton hands. If you want to get yourself a new Seamaster Diver 300, do what Brenny did. Buy an old one, have it fully refurbished by Omega at half the cost of this new piece of garbage. And you're laughing. And then here's the real kicker, guys. What no YouTuber will tell you, this is an aluminium bezel. It's beautiful, I get it. But what Omega chose to do is to put this god-awful, old-fashioned aluminium bezel on a brand new watch just for aesthetics. I know loads of people that want tour watches, but they don't want tour watches with aluminium bezels. That's for sure. Not at £500 more than the standard Omega. It's insanity. Who the hell is going to spend £500 more on less? You've got to be on crack. What else can I say about this watch? Omega, you really stuffed this one up. Okay, you guys think, oh, I'm just down on Omega. Well, let me give you some of the facts. Number one, the watch should have been thinner. It's a non-date without anything going on at the back, which means it should have been thinner. It should have been between 12 and 13 millimeters thick tops. Number two, their obsession with aluminium bezels is out of control, guys. If you're going to charge over £6,000 for a diver sports watch, it better have ceramic bezel. The helium escape valve, everybody, 100% of your buyer base wants a smaller helium escape valve, and yet you're not listening. You're just not listening. Sword hands instead of skeleton hands. I would expect that 85% of the Omega population wants sword hands back on a Diver 300M. And again, nothing. Same old movement. You basically put a movement from another watch in this watch. That is super lazy, guys. The laziest of lazy. You can't call this a new launch. At best, it's tits on a bull. The bracelet. Come on, guys. How is this watch usable as a diver? This watch should have had an all-new detachable push-button bracelet. You have the technology. It should have been tapered from 20 millimeters down to 16 millimeters with a push button adjustment on the fly on the clasp. What I'm asking for is just basic stuff, and yet Omega isn't listening. Don't fall for the hype, guys. This watch is such a bad launch. It is a total pass from Brenny. I know I hate on Omega, and that's only because I've owned a lot of Omegas. I am talking from experience. I'm not telling you about watches that I've seen in pictures or read the spec on. This is a guy who's owned these watches and has been waiting for Omega to come up with something new and original. And consistently, they're not doing it, guys. So basically, this new Diver 300M is tits on a bull. That's all it is. What can we do this week, guys? Let me think. Let's put tits on a bull and put it out there. And by the way, let's charge £500 more for less. I don't know what else I can tell you guys to do to not buy this watch. If you're listening to me, great. If not, there's no hope for you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you on the next Brenny video.